Hey there, welcome back to Tennille Talks. So y'all, this is our morning message on Monday. Not too long ago on a late night live, we met up on Sunday. And so if you stopped by, thank you so much. If you didn't get a chance to see the live, feel free to go ahead and watch it. I was announcing the start of Patreon and the membership for our channel. I have not posted anything yet, but I'm posting another reading this evening. Check it out. This is based on a request. I'm posting another reading this evening, and I'll also include the Patreon information with that reading. So look out for that. Thank you so much if you visited the live, and check it out if we couldn't see each other last night already. So y'all, I'm going to jump into this reading. Now, I am very aware that you are going to read this or listen to this reading at 7 o'clock in the morning, but I'm going to get with this card first. In the center of the reading, I have a card that says orgasm. Okay. Now, this talks about you having the ability to prioritize your pleasure and joy. Like it is still important to you. Now, the problem with your joy and your pleasure being important to you is that not everybody close to you wants to see you experience pleasure or joy. This is a reading about tension. This is tension because of what is happening in your life. Y'all, we got evil eye, we have tension, orgasm, and boundaries. The overall message is like, listen, the air around you is thick. We want you to put up boundaries. Now, we pulled cards last night in the live, and one of the cards that we pulled was actually boundaries. So this could be a continuation of a message that we kind of started to build together last night. So Spirit is saying, listen, we needed you to put up boundaries. We needed you to separate yourself from people, places, and things. Why, Spirit? Why do I need a boundary? Why do I need to protect myself? Well, because you're in the process of manifesting. You're dreaming big. Y'all, when you physically manifest or create something in the physical world, it is because you successfully received a package from Spirit. When Spirit wants you to manifest something, they are going to deposit it in your mind. I want you to think of a commercial. When we watch a commercial, it is supposed to sell something to every single sense in our body. It is supposed to become so real that we have no choice but to go out and get it. And it feels like we already have it. The point of the commercial is to get you to feel like you've already lived through the moment. Well, whatever the mind does, the body is going to follow. When Spirit is wanting your mind to live through something, it's because they're wanting your body, your physical world to manifest something. It is not always safe to manifest or to receive packages from the spiritual world when people are around you that are not receiving the same packages or who don't have a true connection with the spiritual world. Not everybody knows how to receive you when you are receiving. Not everybody can watch you receive and feel good about it. And so we often talk about the emotional scale or the map of consciousness. Now, at the very bottom of the scale is 20, number 20. At the top of the scale is 1,000. 1,000 represents enlightenment. At the bottom of the scale, we have 20. This is about shame. Y'all, at one point in time, you may have felt like if you didn't let people in, you would feel some type of shame, you would feel some type of guilt. So when we talk about the 6 of Cups, I'm talking about people from your past. Spirit says, I want to give you a package, but everybody from your past can't receive the package. Yeah, maybe they'll find out about it, but they're not going to be able to receive it. They're not going to be able to watch you open it. They're not going to be able to benefit from it. Why is that, Spirit? And Spirit says, listen, because they only liked you when they can make you feel ashamed. These are the relationships that really thrived off of you being humiliated. Some people only like to watch you when your life is miserable. And so if you're having this orgasm, if you're about to have a pleasure moment or hit like a pleasure zone of joy in your own life, and if there are people who only received you when you were miserable, not everybody can handle what happens next. And so y'all, if you're being told to create a boundary, build a boundary because the blessing is not fit for everybody's eyes. I literally have evil eye here. And so it's like this. just go ahead and build the fence now. Spirit is like, just build the fence. Because once they see what's in the front yard, they're going to get mad. Once they see what's on the front porch, they're going to get mad. Once they can see what's through your windows and inside your house, they're going to get mad. I mean, they're going to get mad either way. The evil eye is literally like somebody watching and looking and being so jealous and so envious that everything that their eye touches that has to do with you, they have casted an evil glare, right? And so if you have a lot of wealth, they want it to disappear. If you're really healthy, they want it to deteriorate. If you have loving relationships, they want them all to fracture and to fall apart. Anything that goes well, they cast evil on it. That's the evil eye. And so when Spirit says put up a boundary, it's like, yo, just build this fence, because they're not going to be able to handle this. They're not going to be able to see it. But you had to recognize that you had something to handle. Like, you actually received a spiritual package. You had to recognize that you were carrying something. You were the recipient. So put up the boundary so that you can focus on the package. Okay? A lot of people wanted you to feel ashamed. They wanted you to feel humiliated. They never wanted you to feel that there was really a connection between you and the world of spirit. When they made you feel like an outcast, it is because they wanted you to feel like life itself had outcasted you. Y'all, a lot of people from the past are not going to be able to watch what is happening next. So in the center of the reading, not only do we have orgasm, but I have a card that says identity crisis. You having joy in pleasure could have been awkward for you. Y'all, sometimes we're like, oh my God, is it safe to smile? Is it safe to laugh? Like, am I allowed to have fun? Why? Because you go through seasons and cycles and years and periods of time where pleasure has been restricted from you. People don't want to see you have a good time, and they're also not going to bring you a good time. And so when you finally have something to be happy about, it's like, yeah, but is this me? Does this fit my identity? This doesn't feel like shame. This feels like joy. Y'all, so not only do you have to get used to the identity of you that lives in orgasmic moments, but this also says that anybody that didn't want you to belong to a life of pleasure is also going to have an identity crisis. They created an identity crisis for you. And now they are going to have to experience one of their own simply by watching you. And so having a sense of belonging, feeling secure, not feeling like I have to survive. You know, this is about transitioning from survival mode. Now life can feel like joy. And I don't have to wonder about my tomorrows. I don't have to wonder about what's going to unfold on the next day. Like, I can get comfortable. I can get happy. I can expect good things to come. Y'all, for a lot of you, that may not be a familiar feeling or a familiar place to be. To finish the reading, when we're talking about the evil eye, this is like somebody wanting you to always feel like the boogeyman is coming. Like, you don't have to see the boogeyman. You don't have to have seen the boogeyman or talked to the boogeyman in years. But this is about a lingering thought that just rests inside your mind about a boogeyman. And boogeymen typically enter our lives when we are children, when we really don't have a good grasp of the world and how things work. And so it's a lot easier to be afraid of something just because we don't understand all the pieces. We just can't rationalize them yet. And so the evil eye that someone sends you as you experience joy and pleasure is supposed to make you feel like, yeah, but the boogeyman is still going to come. Whatever you're smiling about now, you're going to cry about tomorrow. Y'all, somebody wants you to live in fear. But Spirit says you better release those fears. When you start to become afraid, when you feel like you're losing or lacking confidence, when the joy and the pleasure starts to make you feel, you know, sometimes a good time can make you feel ashamed because you feel like these moments are reserved for other people, and those people that have joy are not people like you. Like, you could literally feel like you're not the person that is supposed to be experiencing that. You know what I'm saying? Because of the lack of joy that life has given. I have throat chakra. Y'all, one of the reasons why whatever happens next is such a moment for the people of your past is, one, because you're coming out as the star. So everybody from your past, now they know a package is coming. But do you know that now they consider you to be the package? And so the same group, the same people that you have to build a boundary against, the same people who never wanted you. Y'all, this is some Cinderella shit. Like, everybody that didn't want you to go to the ball is now watching the moment when the prince comes to collect you. Like, you are the package that is worth collecting. You know what I'm saying? But everything that was supposed to make you feel less than, or anything that made you feel like you did not belong, it was really supposed to take away your faith in a higher power. And that's what I mean. The way people treat you is how they want you to feel that life has treated you. And so somebody will sanction you. They will sanction you to abuse so that you buy into the belief that life is abusing. Y'all, but that's not your reality. And so you changed your identity. You changed your reality. You received a package from spirit and started to manifest. That shit is really manifesting. And so maybe you used to feel ashamed and humiliated with certain people. Anybody that liked you looking like life was miserable is not going to be able to like the joy that comes with this life that you are creating. And so you got to keep them out, because something is coming. And the something that is coming is you. Like, you are the package. You are the star. I feel like you've been evolving and developing in secret. Like, it's all been happening in private, and people are starting to get nervous because their worst nightmare is seeing you in a position being elevated, is watching you be promoted. All we did was demote you. All we did was outcast, abandon, neglect, and ostracize you. There is no way that you are the star. There's no way that you're the package. Y'all, I feel like these are the conversations that people have in their own mind about whatever is about to happen next. Like, you're not saying anything. They're not saying anything directly, but everybody knows what happens next, kind of thing. And so you're the star, and people want you to think that the boogeyman is coming. They want you to be afraid of something. And the reality is I want you to be afraid of the boogeyman, because right now you feel like the boogeyman to me. Y'all, you are the boogeyman to a lot of people, and you have never done anything to torture or to terrorize them, but you feel like their worst nightmare. The fact that you do not lack faith, the fact that you have hope in your life purpose, yo, this is a problem for anybody that wanted to snatch away your hope and belief in self. A lot of people got what they wanted. They abandoned you. They neglected you. They kicked you out, but they lost what they had. They lost their package. They lost their star. You are the access to the new world, and they gave you up. But now it's time to get into the new world, and nobody has access to the star. How the hell did y'all lose the star? You had the star for all them years. Y'all, the Six of Cups talks about your past. It is the people that you have known the longest that you will need to build this boundary for. Okay? Y'all, I literally have the World card. We're talking about completion, success. This is like your moment where you get a trophy. You are being celebrated for your boundaries. You're being celebrated because you received a spiritual package and you began to manifest it in the physical world. You battled emotions of shame, humiliation, and misery from those that you loved the longest and those that you loved the most. You had to repackage your own identity so that you could make peace with what joy and pleasure feel like. And now something's coming in. But the thing that's coming in is you. This is you 2.0. This is you being rebranded. This is the you that knows you have worth and value. Okay? This is the version of you that comes once you have hope, once you have faith. This is the you that doesn't walk in shame, but this is the you that walks in courage. Y'all, this is the you that is not afraid of the boogeyman. There's no evil eye that can make you think this is not really your life. And so this is a trophy moment. I have a card here that says pissed as a parrot. So one of the reasons why they're really mad is about the fact that you used your own voice. So you started to shine. You became a star. You changed your identity. You put up a boundary. You began to manifest, and you did it with the power of your vessel. Your voice is just breath. Well, your breath is spirit. Well, this is the Holy Spirit. This is the Most High, right? This is literally the spirit world in you. The package that is in you might just be your voice. That may be the package that you have to use to manifest and create. And so the people that are feeling tension, the people that don't like the trophy that you receive, they're mad because of what's in you. They're mad because it came out of you and that you used it to create something. Y'all, you got what you wanted, but you lost what you had. They wanted to make you feel miserable and ashamed. And it may have worked. But it was also the very thing that separated you from them so that you could really go through a birthing process, so that you could really go through a manifestation process. This is the moment where they start to have faith in the Most High because they are watching what happens in your life. Y'all, people know what they did to you. They know what they did, right? And so the fact that you didn't lose hope and lose faith, the fact that you kept going, this teaches them that, listen, after this, you're going to have to keep going too. So let me show you how to keep going, because when the tables switch and when the scales balance, you're going to need to see what this looks like. You're going to need to see what it means to have grit, to have courage, to not quit. And so, yeah, you'll abuse me for a period of time and you're going to watch me not stop. And when the pendulum swings, you're also going to have to not stop. Y'all, sometimes that's the only access to you that people can get. That's the only part of the stardom that they'll be able to witness. Your struggle. They won't be able to see your rise because they'll need to mimic your struggle, because that's the part they caused. That's the part that was most important to them. If my struggle is most important to you, well, then that is the only part of my path that you will play a role in, is my struggle, because that's all you wanted to see. Y'all, if they don't want to watch you rise, then it's really because they wanted to watch you fall. And if they want to watch you fall, they will make you fall just so that they can see what it is they really want to see. Let them see it. But then when you get up, you got to know you got to leave them behind. And so the tension in this reading is because people finally recognize they can't go. And you're the star. You are the package that they rejected. You're the package that they resisted. All right, y'all. I love you. I'll see you later. And I'll put up all the Patreon links later. Okay. Have a good day. Bye-bye.